But you're just coming off the Creator Classic. You missed the playoff by a shot. You shot even par there around East Lake. But tell us a little bit about that, because that was a first to have YouTube join up with the PGA Tour to do it the day before the start of the Tour Championship. It was a really cool event.
It was awesome. I think, kudos to the PGA Tour for putting it on. And I think a lot of these golf organizations are starting to realize that YouTube golf it's coming. It's on its way, and it's already kind of here. And a lot of these organizations are realizing that and trying to get on top of it to where they can get that YouTube fan base that we have at Good Good. And so kudos to them for putting it on, and they did a great job. They did everything right with it. And it was a great time. The format, I think this year might have been a little bit more of a test run, just kind of see how things go. That's why it was 8 holes and then, one playoff hole and all that. So I could see it in the future. I don't know anything for sure, but I could see it in the future, like next year, maybe the year after, where they turn it into a full 18 holes, maybe even like a 2-day event. And I think they're heading the right way with that. But it was a lot of fun. East Lake was, so much fun to play. The day before, one of the biggest tournaments of the year. It's pretty crazy that we were able to do that, and I had a great time.
I'll say this, like you mentioned the fan base y'all have over at Good Good, which I believe y'all have over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I mean, your audience is much younger than the PGA Tour. I mean, the average age that watches the PGA Tour is in the 60s. And I think this is why it's such a good idea to bring that audience. I mean, when I played with you there in French Lick, small little town, there's 3,000 people on the grounds lining the fairways going nuts. I mean, y'all are the damn Beatles out there.
It's crazy. And I'm still pretty new to all this. These guys, Sharf, Garrett, all those guys have been doing this for 4 or 5 years now. Garrett even longer than that, actually. And so I'm obviously new to the YouTube stuff. I was doing college golf, pro golf, and then about 1.5 years ago is when I started getting into this. And I knew YouTube golf had their fans and all that, but until I actually put myself into Good Good and into all this, I didn't realize how die hard some people are. I mean, like you said, French Lake is not much of a town at all. It's in the middle of nowhere in Indiana, and the fact that we were able to get that many people out there, it does show how many fans Good Good has and how many they've accumulated in the last 5 years. And I think I say this to a lot of people. I think a huge thing is when I was a kid, I used to watch like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, y'all, cartoons, y'all probably the same way. And now I have nephews and nieces that are younger that only watch YouTube. I think kids are just growing up in a YouTube world. There's not really shows anymore. You just go watch a channel that you like on YouTube. And I think that's what's happening with this younger generation. They're growing up and they get into golf, they get into Good Good, and all of a sudden they're hooked. And I think that's just the way streaming's kind of going and all that. And which is obviously puts Good Good and YouTube golf in a good spot. But for a lot of these companies, they're going to have to make adjustments, I think, here in the next few years.
What was the reaction, Brad? Because you had a monster amateur career, national champion, runner-up at the USAM. You're chasing pro golf, as most guys do, for a little bit. And then to go from that world to the YouTube world, are you happy? Are you happier now where you are than you were when you were chasing it? And what was the reaction from some of your guys that you came up with when you're like, hey, dude, I'm going over here to do this?
Yeah, it was a change, that's for sure. But I think, to answer your first question, I'm much happier right now with, obviously, college golf. I had a pretty good career. My senior year, I struggled a little bit, but then pro golf was just 3 years of searching for my swing. I had the driver yips. I mean, it was all over the place. I was going to mini tour events hitting 5 greens a round, which obviously in a mini tour event, you have to go shoot 22 under in 3 rounds to win. It's hard to do that whenever you can hardly hit a green. So it was a struggle, and I was just mentally just worn out, not really loving golf. And it was kind of right when I was at the end of like, okay, I don't have enough funds to do this anymore, is right whenever Good Good started happening for me. And so it was perfect timing. And I think it's been so good. Just obviously I miss the competitive side. I miss going out and competing for tournaments, or competing in tournaments, but just I'm having fun with golf again, which is awesome. For a long time there, I wasn't having fun with it. I was stressed out of my mind, trying to figure out my swing, trying to figure out how to make a cut on a mini tour event. Like it was difficult. So I think it's brought the fun back into golf for me. And that's what I love about this whole thing is that, I get to go play a scramble with the guys. And although 2 years ago, I would never have guessed that, I'd be doing that quite a bit. Now it's fun. And obviously we still have our individual stuff we'll do, which I enjoy, but, it's been so much fun. And I think the guys, Quade Cummins, Blaine Hale, all those buddies I have that I've grown up playing golf with and played in college with and all that, they understood where I was at mentally with golf. And I think they're all just super happy for me that I was able to get on my feet and find something that I'm good at and find something I love to do. And I still get to play golf and just have a little more fun time doing it than I was when I was grinding on the mini tours.